and his girlfriend babysat Jonathan and Timmy that day. And Joseph came off the school bus, blah, 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 blah. Well, when I came home, I was like so bummed out, and Dawn and I were just like, so I called the guy that I made the VHS tape for, and he's like, hey, I was like, hey, I've got your tape ready. So this is exactly what happened the night Jonathan died. And I didn't get drunk. I didn't do anything stupid. I didn't do anything like crazy. I've been talking to this guy, and he knows my parents from the racetrack. He knows my uncle, who was a jockey from the racetrack. So I can't believe that Science Girl even accused me of like murmuring my son today, you stupid fucking cunt bitch. I was in court with my ex that day. The night before, I made a VHS tape of his son that is autistic and like put like him shooting basketballs, right? Because he got a silver medal for the Special Olympics. That day I came home and I'd already burnt the VHS tape. Okay? I told him how court went, and he's like, hey, can I take you out to dinner? And I'm like, no, I'm exhausted. And my girlfriend Dawn is like, you know, you should probably let him take you out to dinner. You've had a long day. You've had a rough day. And I'm like, I haven't been around the kids all day. And she's like, you're exhausted. We've been together all day. Why don't you just let me hang out with Jonathan? And I was like, you know, I got to drop the tape off to him anyway. He's a nice guy. We've got a lot in common. Horses. He knows my uncle. That's a jockey, right? The person that I love so much. I went and had a steak. I came home at 11 o'clock at night. I'm so sorry. I went and had dinner the night my son passed away. I wasn't drunk. I came home. Jonathan was sleeping in his bassinet near the sofa. He woke up. I breastfed him because I was not drinking. And I laid across my sofa. I burped him. He fell asleep on my shoulder. Dawn was laying across the love seat, and we watched Fatal Attraction. We were both falling asleep, and before the movie shut off, she said, let me put John to bed. He was swaddled in a blanket. He had like the play yard with the bassinet in it near my bed. And she was going to put him down. And I said, you know what? He just passed his 3-month checkup. Why don't you put him in his room, in his crib tonight? And when she left, I gave her a hug and a kiss. And I said, night, Dawn. And I went in my bed with the baby monitor on my end table. And he never woke up. And I got up. I put Joseph on the bus. I didn't check on Jonathan because he was sleeping, because the baby monitor didn't go off. And Timmy woke up, and I crept in Jonathan's room because he was silent and he wasn't stirring. I glanced at his crib, and he looked like he was sleeping, because he was. It's sudden infant death syndrome. He went to sleep and he never woke up. I grabbed a diaper, and I grabbed some wipes quickly out of his room, quietly, and I changed Timmy's diaper for him. Right? In his little eyes, trigger warnings, trigger warnings, trigger warnings. 30 minutes later, Timmy was up, he was awake, blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, well, let me just get Jonathan up, first night in his crib. And I went in, trigger warnings, gonna wait for my watch, throw him up. Minutes later, I went in his room, and his little eyes were halfway open, and I leaned over his crib, and I was like, Mommy's getting good at your schedule too. And I picked up a limp baby doll. And I did this, and it was still a limp baby doll. All I did was breastfeed my kid and burp him that night. Technically, I didn't even put him in his fucking crib. Do you know what it took for me to forgive my friend for her putting him to bed that night? And to know in my heart that she didn't murmur my son? Because I didn't even put him to bed that night. My girlfriend did. Do you understand that? My girlfriend put my son to bed that night. I didn't even do it. And you want to call me a fucking murderer? You piece of shit? Do you see the tears, Science Girl? Do you know what a piece of shit you are? I didn't even put my son to bed that night. Now, I have to go fix my makeup, because I have to be at my girlfriend's house in about an hour. Actually, I'm supposed to be there now. But Science Girl actually said I murdered my kid. And I'm not even the person that put him to bed that night. Legit, my best friend did. Fuck you, science girl. My son died of SIDS. Get your story straight. It's the first time I've come out and said that my best friend put him to bed. And then we finished watching Fatal Attraction. You say I'm psycho. Well, there you go. That's the movie we finished watching. Did you really say I murdered my child? Because my best friend legit put him to sleep that night. I didn't even put him in bed. So I think you guys need to watch this and know what a piece of shit she really is. Because I didn't even put him to bed that night. My girlfriend did. And I never second guessed her. I did have 3 autopsies done because it didn't make any sense. But that's it. I never accused her. So there you go on trusting friends. You guys can't trust each other in the drama community for more than 6 weeks without turning on each other. And I've never, ever, ever accused her of doing anything to my son, and she's the one that put him to bed that night. Now, you want to accuse me of murdering my child, you stupid fucking twat? Go fuck yourself. Anyway, guys, I just want to let you know that Science Girl has been telling people I murdered my son, and it's on her live that's currently streaming right now. I'm fine. I just want to let you know what a piece of shit she really is. She said I did drugs with my son. My son came on and said I have never done drugs with my mother. And from my understanding, I don't think my mother has ever done any hard drugs. But now she's saying I've done hard drugs with my mother. With my son. She's such a fucking piece of shit, a liar. She's a piece of shit. She's a liar. So I'm going to log off and I'm going to hang out with my friend. It's been 3 days in a row. Who's the mystery friend? But Science Girl, you're a fucking cunt for saying that I murdered my son. Because now I've come out and said that I didn't even put him in the crib the night he died. And you guys didn't need to know that. But that's the truth. And I've never questioned my friend. I've never, ever, ever questioned my friend. Because I know that she didn't do anything to him. So anyway, guys, if nobody's told you they love you today, I love you. You're in trouble. You're in trouble. Go YouTube texting toast. Matter of fact. You can YouTube it. It's there. I'm going to take some Xanax. It's a